Hi, I'm John McAuliffe, Chief Marketing Officer of VFM Leonardo, and welcome to VTV. VTV has been produced for hotel e-commerce, marketing, and sales professionals to provide insights, knowledge, and learnings from industry experts on how to extract more value from a hotel's presence on the internet. Each week, I will interview an industry expert on a single topic. We have discovered many of these topics from industry people like yourself, and encourage you to let us know if there is a topic you would like us to cover on future episodes of VTV. You can email us at vtv@vfmleonardo.com and make your suggestion anytime. Welcome to today's episode. Our topic today is the new luxury, merchandise, don't sell. And I'm joined by Professor Knutson. Bonnie Knutson is a professor at Michigan State University's School of Hospitality Business. Bonnie works with hospitality and travel organizations that want to better understand and take advantage of changing consumer demands. Her work has been featured in industry publications as well as the Wall Street Journal, USA Today, CNN, and National Public Radio. Dr. Knutson, thank you for joining us, and welcome to VTV.
My pleasure, John. How are you doing this morning?
We're great today. Our topic today is the new luxury, merchandise don't sell. Bonnie, we all know that you're a respected author and you have done a tremendous amount of research on how consumers' definition of luxury is changing. We've heard from you previously that the new luxury for hotels is more about the experience they deliver than the statement they make. Nowadays, with discretionary income and spending at an all-time low, how can luxury hotels, or hotels in particular, stay competitive and win bookings?
If you remember from our first session, I mentioned the fact that the new luxury is really taking the idea of a noun, the thing, and translating it into a verb, the feeling, the action, the experience that that thing allows me to enjoy. And so that's very theoretical, but let's bring it down to some practical how-tos. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is challenge every hotelier out there, every manager, to walk into their gift shop. Look around. You're going to see your magazines, you're going to see your sundries, you're going to see your t-shirts, and you'll probably see a few other things very nicely categorized and organized. Now I want you to leave your shop, leave your hotel, drive down to the nearest mall, and walk into a Nordstrom's, walk into a Saks, walk into a JCPenney's, walk into any of the boutique-type department stores, and look at what they do. They do not sell items. They merchandise lifestyle. And if we can learn any one thing from our retail brethren, it's the fact that they incorporate many of the senses into displaying items for sale to increase revenue, because they know it's more effective to get money out of someone once they're in the store than to try and bring someone new in. We have guests within the hotel. Why not take the opportunity to so-called upsell them, enhance their experience, let them take that memory home with them by merchandising? I have yet, John, to see an effective gift shop in a hotel, and I don't care whether I'm in a 5-star luxury resort or a limited service restaurant. They are not set up to merchandise, to give the feeling of selling the experience or the lifestyle. So the first thing I would tell them is to take a look around and see how they can combine items for sale and give the guest or show the guest how they would use those in a lifestyle. Let me give you an example from the auto industry, which is probably not a good thing at this point in the economy. But there was a dealership in the Detroit, Michigan area that instead of selling cars, you'd walk into a showroom and you'd see all these wonderful cars lined up. He would merchandise a car. For example, he would have an SUV on the floor, and in the summertime, he would bring in some little pools and fill it with sand and put a couple of surfboards up there or water skis, or even bring a boat in there to give the prospective car buyer a sense of how they could experience that car in their own lifestyle. Nordstrom's and Saks do the same thing. How would I wear this outfit in my lifestyle? How would I combine this accessory with this shirt in my lifestyle? Hotels haven't taken advantage of that yet. And so if we look at the new luxury, and if we believe that the new luxury is not the item, but the feeling that the items can bring in our life, help us see that. And so, first thing I would have you do, look at your gift shop.
It's interesting, Bonnie, that as we talk about the new luxury and we talk about it being an experience, and certainly there's a lot of opportunity for hoteliers to be able to better merchandise themselves within their hotel. But is there an opportunity for hoteliers to engage people with the kind of experience that they would get at the hotel before they've even booked? And how do you actually convey that story, if you will, to travel shoppers so that they can relate to the experience? I love your story about the auto dealer and them essentially putting the car in a position where people could actually get a better understanding of how to experience the memories that that car would give them during the summertime. What can hoteliers do in that regard? And how do they actually, given that most travel shopping is done online, how do they actually leverage the internet to help them do that?
You had come up with some really darn good questions, John.
We try, Bonnie.
The same principles apply in that what a hotel has to do is allow the viewer, the prospective guest, to immerse themselves or to visualize themselves in that setting. Most online websites that I look at for hotels, they do a beautiful job of showing an empty room, a beautiful job of showing an empty banquet space, a beautiful job of showing the pool at sunset. But I can't visualize myself in there because there's nobody there. Right. So I would encourage people to look at their online presence and say, how can I have the prospective guests project themselves in there? Show families. Show a wedding in your banquet hall. Show the children playing on the beach. Let me be able to inject myself, visualize my family, my business meeting, my special event in the property. Because it doesn't really matter that your banquet room holds 350. What matters is that I can invite everybody in my family into that setting so I can feel it, I can experience it. So using online to be able to immerse the prospective guest in there by showing people, by being able to merchandise that setting is the same principle as your gift shop. Because that's in essence what your online presence is. It's a gift shop. You're allowing your prospective guest to buy something in a setting. The other thing I would suggest online too, and this is particularly important to younger travelers, and that is the whole issue of being able to customize or to have choice, to personalize the experience that I'm going to have when I come to your hotel. You know, when you go into a Chinese restaurant, oftentimes you'll be able to choose one item from column A, one from column B, and one from column C, and you have your menu. In much the same way, we want to be able to customize our experience because, after all, an experience is very individualistic. So if I can build a personalized or customized package by choosing different options on your website, that in itself is going to set me up for having a better experience, for being able to take that noun and put it into the verb, which is my experience. There's a great book out there, and in fact, it was really the foundation for this whole thing called Experience, and it's written by two authors called Pine and Gilmore. It's called The Experience Economy. And they talk in there about the fact that more and more marketing and competitive advantages are being offered to customers. So the best way, of course, is differentiating. And how do you differentiate? By incorporating as many of the 5 senses as I can. When I walk into your hotel, I have, sight, sound, hearing, aroma, taste, all available to them. I don't have that online. But if you remember TV commercials of a restaurant, they will show piping hot smoke or steam coming from food items. Your mouth starts salivating. I can almost taste it. The same thing can apply to your website. Allow me to incorporate as many of my senses into projecting myself there, and that sets me up for saying, hey, this is going to be a luxurious experience, whether it is Red Roof Inn or Four Seasons.
Bonnie, that's excellent insights, and I like how we're talking about this new luxury being experience and how hoteliers can better merchandise themselves online by actually engaging people based on the experience that they're going to have at that hotel, rather than just showing them functional views of rooms or lobbies, and being able to actually show people what is the experience you're going to have at our hotel, and how is that going to make your stay the successful experience that you're looking for. Again, we thank you very much for joining us here on VTV. We always get great insights on how to better merchandise hotels online, or how to be able to convey a hotelier's story to travel guests from you, and we thank you for that, Bonnie.
My pleasure as always, John.
To all the viewers out there, be sure to visit vtv.vfmleonardo.com and post your comments. Tune in next week for more from another industry expert.